Hey guys, it's Big Sexy with Big Sexy Outdoors. If you guys are looking for your bucks to be big and sexy like me, I recommend you go out and get yourself some Big Sexy by Domain. This product is filled with radish, turnips, and kale, and other vegetation to keep the deer coming back all season long. Go out to your local Tractor Supply and purchase some today. Big Sexy by Domain. Hey, what's up, Chris?
What's going on?
What's up, everybody? So tonight, Chris and I are gonna do a little recap. We went off this weekend, and we met the guys. Well, I don't want to say guys because Renee was involved. We met the family of Freezer Bound Outdoors. We got to enjoy their event, their YouTube rendezvous, and partake and participate in some of their things. And also tonight, we're going to recap on Mudfest coming up this weekend. And some products we're going to have at a stand and what we're doing. So, I mean, let's start it off right. So before we start, I want to start with a huge shout out and a special thank you to Adam and his wife, Renee, Freezer Bound Outdoors. Awesome thing you guys did there, and a lot of time and effort goes into that, and I want to say thank you. I met some really cool people and really enjoyed myself. How about you, Chris?
Yeah, it was absolutely fun.
Add to that. Add your experience.
What are you gonna say?
Right? I mean, there's nothing to say when you're sexy like that, Chris. There's nothing I can do. So, hey, what's up, brother? So this is well, Chris, go ahead. Here's your picture. So tell everybody who this is, who this guy is you met.
Well, one of the first guys we met was from was at Half Paced Outdoors, and we sat and talked to him for what? Easy a couple hours. Like on and off throughout the day. And yeah, I mean he and I really hit it off, so I think we're gonna be hanging out a bit more. And that was his first year there too. He does a lot of the camping, the hiking videos. They're going to get more into, I forget what all kinds of stuff he said he's going to get into, but he has a bunch of different ones that he's bringing out. Cooking, I know he said cooking definitely. And then they're going to do also a cryptid one. I don't want to say the name because I don't want to give it away just in case somebody else tries to take it. But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Let me add to that, Chris. So when we met him, not only was he living old school, I mean, he had the little stove, the fold-out stoves, and some new technology with old ways. But first thing he told us was he has his spinal cord injury. And this guy, I mean, nothing stopped him. We had a fishing contest, dude. He crawled over the bank like everybody else. I was super impressed and excited to see how life did not stop him from moving.
And he's doing the homesteading thing. I was asking him about his solar setup. He said he's going to put the videos up for the solar thing for me.
So yeah, I mean, this guy did not do it. He did not hold back. He lived his life and nothing stopped him. And we met a bunch of guys like that, to be honest, which was super awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have his lure with me. Okay. I would be lying.
His ender? Out on the windowsill of the kitchen, the one that looks out to the garden. Grab me the 2 lures. You'll know what they look like.
Chris is already on it. That's my boy. All right. So
I usually yell like that off screen so you don't hear me doing it. So that's why I'm always in the back.
Let me start by saying, you guys see this cool shirt he's wearing. So this is, oh my God, forgive me for his name. I forgot.
Whoops,
Anyway,
I
he
clicked the
runs
button.
with he runs a page called Only Fins. No, it's not Only Fans. I know he's sexy, but it's not
Thanks.
Only Fans. It's Only
I
Fins.
love you.
And does an extreme amount of fishing out of a kayak. All these guys we want to get on the show
His
as guests and tell their story, but I want to
His
point
name
out
is
his
Mark.
shirt. So watch Chris. Mark, thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
Now watch this lure Chris is going to pick up. I want you to check out that lure. That lure is an Only Fins lure. Look at that. Now, that's an Only Fins lure. I'll point that out. I know he says that one catches a ton of fish, but the other one's my favorite because of the color. And it's glow in the dark. Now, check out his shirt while Chris holds that there. Come on, tell me that ain't neat. That he matched his lures to his shirt. Huh? That whopper flopper, he says, catches a ton of fish.
Is that the
Tell
name
me
of
that's
this
not
thing?
exciting.
Is that what they call this?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
He gave it to us.
Exciting.
This one was paddle and bass, something like that.
Assassin.
No. It was paddle and something because they were doing a kayaking thing.
I thought it was like the paddling assassin or bassin or something.
No.
I'll have to ask him. I have to message him.
He's
Regardless.
He's gonna have to come on.
Yeah, regardless. Cool lure. Designed
Yeah.
the lure around his when I tell you this guy's excited about his kayak fishing, no joke. We spent a lot of time with Chris Sunday morning talking to him. And he camped 2 sites over from us, but for some reason Sunday morning we headed off. And we were there all day Saturday. I think Saturday was a little hectic and busy. And he's a good guy. I look forward to him and I are going to hook up and do some flathead fishing. So I look very forward to the knowledge he has, especially when it comes to kayaking and fishing, because he was definitely one of them guys who could make you feel he loves what he does.
And we made sure to get a bunch of videos and everything, and we'll put some stuff out as the weeks go. But this was one. I think this was one of the shorts I sent you.
You can't hear Big Sexy.
You can't hear that?
Nope. Dead sound.
Really?
Yeah, yes. But I have to tell you, just tell you is that what Chris and I were laughing at was.
Hold on, don't tell.
Okay. You're gonna find sound for it?
Dude, who are you talking to?
All right, fair enough. Hi. That's all I kept thinking was to go over there, that bear, the trouble we could get into would be terrible.
Only bears.
Saturday was crazy. A lot of people coming in and out. You're right, tagged out. How you doing?
So you heard that one then?
Yeah, you could hear it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so Saturday was really nuts. Saturday was, we couldn't make it Friday night. We were, the event started Friday. We couldn't make it. We just all had too much going on. Chris and I planned, we're getting up, we're going. It's not stopping us. Early Saturday morning, we're going to go. And we had, I'll say it over and over again, I had a great time. Adam and his wife, their hospitality was out of this world. And sponsors they got, and the things they got, Chris, some of the challenges and gifts they had where you haven't even have challenges.
We're going to get to it, yes. And I got to say, I was not expecting everything they offered. You smell what the Rock is cooking?
Everything they offered, as in be more elaborate.
We brought food. We brought all kinds of stuff, and they had it all there already.
Oh, yeah, we brought hot dog. We thought we had to, feed ourselves, and we thought we were...
What are you looking forward to?
What's that?
What are you looking forward to?
I'm just looking forward to enjoying the day. A lot of new people here. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great time. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Is it me? Did I have a little bit of hip shake going on there?
Usually.
Yeah, I do. I get that little... Keeps getting better and better each year. Next year it's going to be, but yeah, I agree. And we're already in. We already talked to our boys. We're all coming. The whole team will be there.
I tried to get Ben to do the zip line. He wouldn't do it. You know.
I explained to Chris that's for kids and not fat guys. Tagged out. So you're watching and you're on. We want you to come on a podcast. We're actually going to send each one of you guys a message inviting you to come on a Monday night. Love to talk about your channel, what you do. So keep that in your hat. Big Sexy Outdoors 2021 at gmail.com. Just shoot us an email and we'll get a hold of we'll answer back. We'll get you our scheduler out and stuff. And
you tell this one.
Going. So this one is awesome. All right. Now I'm not going to say where he lives. I don't think that's
right.
My business. But so this guy here, this touched me. First, I want to say this guy like when I say touch me, Chris's mind's going to go terrible, but it's not like that. So this guy touched me. All right. First, I seen he was videoing everything. When I tell you everything. I mean, he takes his videoing with a passion, right? Like
Tony.
Chris, am I right? A passion.
Yep, that's Tony.
So, yep, Tony. So Tony.
Sorry, I was drinking.
Somebody said to me, this guy lives close to you. Again, I'm not going to go into how close or whatever. But I just was like, no way. So, of course, you know me. I have no shame, no mercy. I'm going to go talk to this guy. So I put my hand out and introduced myself, said I was with Big Sexy Outdoors and where I lived. And I heard he lives, close to me. Well, it ends up he lives a lot closer than I ever thought. Yeah. And it turns out he started his channel, the camping side. But something happened. And I'm hoping to have Tony on the show so I don't go into depth and detail on Tony's story. But I'm going to tell you that this man inspired me. His passion to film. And dude, he was editing on site.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, when I tell you he was like dead serious and loved what he did, he was editing on site. If you look, he has a microphone on his neck there. He had one in his pocket. I mean, he took this. That man had a passion that just it was awesome. That's all I can say is it was awesome. I don't want to give away Tony's story, but if you hear his story on what happened to him since he started and where he's at today, it was heartwarming. It was absolutely touching. So guys, all these guys were mentioning, if you could take a minute, like their page, subscribe to their stuff. We'll
get a list of everybody that was there.
We're going to post a list up here at the end for you, so everybody that was there. I would super appreciate if you take a minute and just do that for these guys. Now, let me go back to Tony. Tony ran with Random Adventures 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Tony is at like 515,000 subscribers or so. And it's because of his story. So take a minute and go be his next subscriber.
Mm-hmm.
Along with OnlyFins and Half Pace and everybody we mentioned. Take that second. We're really happy to meet these people and we think they deserve your attention. Next guy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was the sexiest guy I'm not talking about me. Hold on. So this guy hosted and ran the whole thing. He is the main Mahaf at Freezer Bound Outdoors. And dude, his wife and him and their hospitality again is out of this world. Out of this world. That's all I can say. Out of this world. This event they hold is truly incredible.
I've never seen anything like it.
Like it's like your own campsite. You go in, you're part of the family from the moment you get there. It's really neat. And I mean, when Chris says they feed you, we had Chris. What we had anything from.
I had deer burgers, bobcat sausage,
beaver barbecue,
pasta salad, vegetables, all kinds of stuff.
Antelope.
Yeah.
Antelope. What was the other one? There was another one. Boar.
Mm-hmm.
Now they said they had a special
Yep.
meat, which
The
was
mystery.
bull balls. And I
Yep.
thank God. Yeah, wild boar. I thank God that I took a minute to go to sleep
Rattlesnake.
early.
That's the other one.
Rattlesnake was the other one. I thank God I took a minute to go to bed early so I don't have to taste bull testicles. But
He usually
pretty
likes
cool.
them fresh.
Pretty cool. They brought him.
Mm-hmm.
Gator was there too. He's right. Gator was there. I didn't try the gator. I've had gator before, but I didn't try the gator there. So, shout out to you and your wife for such an amazing job. This photo here, Chris is showing you. Well, Chris,
Which
tell
one
me
do
a
you
little
want?
bit about this photo. I'm gonna let you take this photo.
Oh yeah. All right. So we pulled in. We pulled into the lot. We got a spot here, and I was telling everybody we're going to set up this tent in about 2 minutes. Okay. And they
Now,
called
what
it
did they tent? Tell everybody what they called it.
the hotel because it sleeps like 7 or 8 people. And I said I'll put it up myself in about 2 minutes. And they, no, you won't, right? So I lay this thing out flat. I have tarps and things under it, but I lay it out, and then all you have to do is you see these poles here with the little clips. You slide that sucker up, boom, it clicks into place, clicks in. You just do that all the way around, and it just pops right up. And then we put the canopy over because it was raining a little bit.
Now, know that Chris did not do it in 2 minutes, but it was probably about 5 or 6.
It was like nothing.
And it was, this thing is so big. Lights all over inside.
Mm-hmm.
It was, all I can say is it was ridiculous.
When I told you it was as big as my kitchen, I don't think I was lying.
It was sick.
Then we have our banner.
Yep.
Draped across the truck windshield there. And our cooler, sodas, of course. But yeah, and then we took it down in about the same amount of time, and it was pretty neat.
Yeah,
that's what everybody said. Who's sleeping in the hotel?
Everybody kept saying, "Who's sleeping in the hotel?"
It was short notice, but
don't worry, Mike. We know you'll be there next year. We're gonna take the whole team next year.
We got plenty of room. This
was something for us just to experiment and go check out, and definitely next year you guys will have you guys be part of the team. That was really amazing. So who's this guy? You remember who this is?
That's why I like the name tags. Yeah, that was Boxy.
Now, somebody on our team is, let's just say, he loves watching Boxy, right? Like that's his thing. Boxy's his man. He is everything he films and does, he wants to be like Boxy. So Boxy, if you're watching this or listening, our boy TJ, he looks up to you tremendously. And we've talked about that a little bit while you were there. And I want to give him a shout out, and I'll tell you why, because Boxy, you took a minute after I told you about TJ really liking your stuff and watching. You took a minute, and it gave him a little shout out on one of his videos, which I seen on the way home. No, I did not Facebook and drive. I would never. But I thought that was really great of you to do that after our conversation. So I'm gonna give you a shout out. So thank you. If you don't mind me asking, roughly where you guys at?
I'm a half hour north of Harrisburg, maybe 40 minutes.
I was going to be smart and say I'm at my house.
Well, you were smart,
but
you wonder where your kids get it from.
So me, if you know where Knoebels Amusement Resort is, and some guys do, some guys don't. I am about 20 minutes. Yeah, about 20 minutes from there. I would say south of that.
Yeah.
So it's not quite south, but it's not quite east either. You know what I mean? I'm
Yep.
kind of in there. But I'm 20 minutes from Knoebels Amusement Resort, and I hate the area I live in, but there is a lot of land around here. 20 minutes from where we had the event. That's awesome.
Yeah, you're not too far away.
Man, you didn't. What do you do? Just take the side-by-side to the event. There was a lot of them coming in and out. You were probably one of the guys on the side-by-side.
We got to get everyone from there together once and just do
we got to do like
some kind of a hunt.
Dream.
Yeah.
Freezer Bound said as soon as they get slow down a little bit, they want to get on.
But I think I actually heard TJ cropped you out of this picture and put himself in.
I'm going to tell Boxy that we're going to put TJ's face on mine and send it back.
Yeah.
That'll make TJ's day.
Yeah. Oh, that was just me showing how many other people were. Like it was what 5 acres or something, just the spot where we were at.
Oh yeah, it was cool. No, there's just some sexy guy with some wet stains on his shirt. So
Now,
this was cool. This was cool. So this was, I don't know if Chris took any videos of this. Hey, what's up, Outdoor Wicked? How you doing, man? So what I thought was really cool about this, I wish I would have and saved on gas. That's great. So what I thought was really cool, one of the things they did is they held a fishing contest. You'll see on the name plaques that's for youth and adults. One was for biggest, one was for most. Now let me tell you, I really enjoyed watching the kids fish. Now I gotta tell you this. So the one young kid just caught a real nice one, of course. Caught a real nice bass, and he thought he had it in the bag. Matter of fact, he did have it in the bag. That was it was like 14 inches or something. Then this other little kid, he knew what he was doing. He did not care about anything in the world but getting the numbers. That kid, I laughed at him the whole time. He did not one time put his rod in the water. He would just throw it out. He'd just lean out over the cattails and drop this little hook down in there. And I got one. I think he had 9 or 10?
If not
little
more,
sunnies
yeah.
about this big. Am I right? Was he at 10, maybe even 11 till we were done? And they were anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. And I laughed. Oh my God, guys, I laughed so hard. He had a plan.
Every other second was like one over here, one over here.
He had a plan. I mean, it was awesome to watch. That little kid was like, I'm winning this. And he wasn't joking. He was not joking. So I thought that was cool. Yeah. Then kids get done. We have an adult contest. Now, tagged out. I know you're listening. All the guys knew they had good spots, and they all took off going around the good spots and left the new old little big sexy, to figure out where he has to fish. So I did the only thing any man in my position would have done. I think Chris might have a video of this.
That's on the cancel that. I'm trying to set up other stuff, but that's on
the big
camera card. Yeah, that's not on the short stuff.
So I rolled my pants up. The only thing I have
from close to that was.
I don't want to alarm you. There's a lion right behind you.
Oh my God, there's a lion. No, I forgot about that video.
Yeah.
So I rolled my pants up to my knees, right? And I took my socks off, and I told Chris, I'm going to be the only guy to walk out and stand in this water so I can get closer to the fish. And I had a secret weapon. All right. I thought I did, which was my fly rod. I knew nobody else would bring a fly rod. And I love to fly fish. So I thought I had this in the bag. I thought I was going to be the only guy. Not only did I lose poorly, all right, I need to point out I lost poorly. Right. I was told there was going to be nothing but smack talk. And I was super excited. I told Chris, get your camera, get all the smack talk going to happen because this is going to be awesome. And the only person that talked smack talk was me. And I lost. I brought up that I was the only guy with a fly rod fishing with a rod that had no training wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Then, wait, guys. Wait, no, I'm a little embarrassed.
No. Yeah.
But I'm going to throw it out because I don't fib. So then I must have somehow undid the reel of my fly rod and put the nut down so it falls off. Oh, Jeep Fam over there was talking. I didn't hear him. I knew Boxy was saying stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was giving him trash over this fly rod ordeal. And yeah, my reel fell off my rod.
Yeah.
Right into the water. And I thought nobody noticed it. So I bent down real slow, picked it up, started putting it back on. And I was like, yes, nobody's seen. And don't half pace, yell from across the dock.
Hold on.
Hey, big sexy.
Before you say it,
Oh,
your
no.
big trash talk thing was, I'm the only man here with a real rod because I took off my training wheels. And then he said,
big sexy, maybe you want to put them training wheels back on. So somebody did see my reel fall off my rod.
yep.
And the smack talk for me was at a complete end from that moment forward.
There was nothing we could do for that.
There was no smack talk. I tried. I was embarrassed. It was terrible. But it was funny. So I don't care. As long as we could laugh about it, it's all that matters.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that. See, look, now here's my question tagged out. Did you see my reel fall off, or did you pick it up because half pace called me out? Which one was it?
Yeah, I have all the videos we took on the
camera.
on the big camera. Yep. Mike, don't let Skip know, Mike. Don't let Skip know.
Mike, don't do this to me. We're in the same team, dude.
Tell Skip. Tell him.
You can laugh, but don't tell Skip.
Tell Skip.
He'll never let me live it down.
Although you did hand out a couple of the secret sauce.
So, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. So that was really cool. So Sunday before we were leaving, Nick Green Outdoors, I did not see it fall off. Oh, thank you. See, okay. So it's just by word of mouth.
He was trying to, but it didn't work out so good.
Yeah, I was failing. Thanks, Chris. I can always count on you.
That's what I do, baby.
Nick Green was talking to me about knots on fly rods. Of course, we're always willing to lend a hand any way we can. So we showed Nick. I showed Nick I only tie one knot. I explained to him Skip and Mike tie zillions, different ways they do things. Please get a hold of them. By the way, Nick Green, if you're watching, Skip was supposed to send you a message last night, telling you he'll help you any way possible to get into fly fishing.
And this was the Mike we were talking about.
Yep, and this is a Mike we were talking about. Commenting below. Mike will do the same thing. So either one of these guys reach out to me, I will hook you up with. We did hook Nick up with some of what we call It's All in the Sauce, which is our personal fly floating made by our own Skip. And leader, hand-tied personal leader down to a science. When I tell you a science, I mean Skip had, let's put it this way, Mike and we're on the same team, and Mike buys leaders off of Skip, and Mike does the same thing. Skip's leaders are to a science. So we hooked him up one of them. Also, we did that with OnlyFins.
Yep.
Hooked him up with some. So that was really cool. I want to add to the sauce that last night I got an order, our first order.
Did you?
For 2 bottles of It's in the Sauce. It's All in the Sauce. Now, Mike and I know you're watching. I'm going to tell you who ordered 2 bottles. Do you remember the guy at Penn's Creek when we were catching all them fish? And I hooked in all them monsters and walked down the creek to me? Yep. He got a hold of us. He placed an order. That sample bottle I gave him, he said his boys are in love with. I thought that was really cool. That was a really cool thing last night. But this event, I mean, we could talk for days about this. This thing was so cool.
Dang it. I don't usually make that kind of mistake.
Chris, talk about this.
Speaking of mistakes, not just my kids.
Sorry, Chris.
Oh, I had this going so good. Now, what this was the fire starting contest, and the goal was to build up your fire big enough to burn this rope. And when you burn the rope, boom, your flag pops up. Well, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So mine was like, if you were standing around Rosie O'Donnell and she was naked, that flag was never going to pop up. Okay. I got the fire started in like 2 seconds, but then the wood was. I'm pretty sure they put fire retardant stuff on there. Like, it just would not catch for nothing. So
I
I knew I was done.
forgive me, but did you say a fire retarded?
Sometimes.
Dude, listen, I want you to know I was proud of you. You sat in a bucket.
Yeah, we
2
did.
strikes with the fire starter, and you fired that baby right up. And you can hear me yell, I guarantee in your video, that's my boy. And then it was LB from Women Outdoors. LB yells, Chris, start taking wood off. You're going to burn it out.
Hold on. You all right?
And it wasn't but about 4 seconds later.
It just went out. Yeah.
Chris,
Well, here's the kick in the gonads. I wasn't hearing anybody. I zoned out. Right.
you're focused.
So yeah. So because I knew that if I let the trash talk get to me, I was going to mess it up. So I tried to just ignore everybody. I'll be right 1 sec.
So guys, this contest, oh my God, we have video that's going to come up. This contest is so cool.
Mine was in the daylight, and they were going still until what, like 10:30?
Dude, I got tired. I had to go to bed. They were going crazy. If you guys look at the one right here where Chris is, right here.
Whoops.
Sorry. He had it zoomed in there for you.
Yeah.
So right here on the left side, keep going, Chris. Keep dragging. There was one that really showed it. Right there. So that flag there on the left, when that fire gets high enough and burns high enough, it pops the string and throws the flag.
Yeah.
What a cool contest.
I never would have thought of it. It's a metal table, you know, and they give you a piece of dryer lint and a handful of I think it was birch shavings or something like that, and then just a bucket of wood, random slices of wood. All mine happened to be, you know, thicker pieces. I couldn't get the thinner stuff, but yeah, I was doing.
By the way, why did Freezer Bound's bucket have all these little tiny pieces all over it? Huh?
But yeah,
guys,
I was just like,
what's going on there, guys. That bucket had all these little pieces to keep that fire going.
Yeah, I was bent over blowing on it, and it just would not go.
Chris, you don't
happen.
say that. This is a kid-friendly show. We bend over blowing on it.
Yeah, you know, you got to make $5 is $5.
But
now this happened after we went to sleep.
Yeah, what was it? Explain this to me.
Yes. They told me the next morning that they had a hot challenge. And I guess they started off with this jerky. And people were getting sick and everything because I guess that's that hot. Then they went to the 1 chip challenge.
I had one of them in my truck, a different color one. They should have. I wish I would have known. I would have took it over.
Yeah, well, I didn't know either because this happened after we went to bed, like around midnight or so. They're doing the 1 chip challenge. Dude, you were asleep before your head hit the freaking pillow.
Dude, I was out.
And I guess only 2 people managed to swallow the chip, and it was like 2 14-year-old kids. The other ones,
get out. 2 little kids did it.
Right hand to God. The adults were like just spitting it out and going crazy.
I couldn't have did it.
I don't know if Tagged was there with it, but
I would have died.
No, yeah, no. I mean, I like making hot sauces because we have ours, but I know I couldn't do it. I ate now Pocky does come with like a bag of chips, so they're not as hot as the 1 chip, and I ate some of those, but I could not. This would have killed me. But yeah, it was cool. Again, all the different events and things that they're having, and they said they're going to make it bigger next year. Can you believe that?
Well, they just did more and more fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like each year, the way talking to everybody on the thing, like each year they just keep adding more and more fun things to do.
Well, not only that, but there was never a time there where you were like, you know, kind of sitting around bored because there was either somebody doing a demo. There was Pennsyltucky was there and showed off their mounts.
Rubline Sense.
Yep.
Shout out to Pennsyltucky boys and Rubline
I was just going to get there. Yep. And they had an archery show. They were shooting at targets because they're doing an archery event. What is it?
That was Tipsy Rippers.
Yeah. Is that next week or the week after?
I forget, but Tipsy Rippers was out shooting their event.
Oh, I was BSing with them a bit too. You went home after the fire. Yeah.
We were 20 minutes away.
Dude, if I would have ate that
nice comfy bed.
If I would have ate that chip, I'd have been able to freaking blast off and go home.
I'd ate that chip. I'd have won that fire contest. I can tell you that.
without using the striker.
Yep. No, they just. Oh man, I don't know how they do it.
Yeah. Now, okay, smartass. I'm gonna call you. I'm calling you out
Oh no.
because you said you want to do
Attention! He's calling me out. Attention! Attention!
you want to do the archery contest, which is good, which I think is a good idea, where we have all those different balloons. And hey, if you guys are on,
Yo, that would be
from
one
Freezer
for the
Bound
event.
That's what I'm just getting at. Thank you. From Freezer Bound, if you guys are on, steal this, where you have a big board with a bunch of balloons on it, and you shoot. And whatever you shoot, you get, or you got to do, whether it's a little
Whether
lure
it be a prize or a negative,
or something funny to do. Yeah. So I think that'd be really cool because that's what we're planning on doing too. And if anybody wants to get in on it, hey, let us know.
I'd like to be in charge of that event if you guys set it up next year. I'd like Big Sexy Outdoors to run that event as long as we can use your 3D targets.
He's a cheater.
What?
But you can see there was a lot of people there.
I cheated.
And then they had Starlink. So everybody had Wi-Fi for their uploads, which again is important at a YouTube creator thing. But you can even see here's that Jeep, man, that Jeep was sick. I liked that setup,
dude. All the gifts they gave away.
Oh my god!
How about all the gifts they gave away? If you go to Freezer Bound Outdoors and you look at their last live feed, they were just giving stuff away.
And then over top of everybody else, you can see the hotel.
They had sponsors, and they had. I mean, they did a tremendous job, guys.
Yeah.
Tremendous, ladies and gentlemen. It was kudos, man. Kudos.
And the pond is off here to the right of the picture yet. So I mean, all of this was just and even on, you know what? Here's something I didn't expect because I brought wood, I brought everything for camping because I'm used to camping. I got up Sunday morning at 6 a.m. and there was already somebody there with coffee and breakfast going. Are you serious? I've never seen nothing like that. I was just impressed.
Dude, venison
and that
bacon.
dude, me and that dude, we
venison
BS'd.
bacon.
Yeah. Me and that dude, we BS'd for, God, how long? Oh, the turkey contest. We got to do this. Okay. Thanks for reminding me. We're going to get to that turkey contest in a second. Adam and I work with Mill Creek Valley Game Calls. That's cool. Pro staff with them.
Oh, that's awesome. That's our goal right now is to get some sponsorship and pro staff with
the Cast Cray. I have them out on the shelf too because the kids
Cast Cray baits. They gave a bunch of them away.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's what I won in my thing.
Yeah.
And my prize, I got a bag of Cast Cray baits. Yeah, I'm excited to use them.
Now I don't have on.
I walked by this gay guy in the street and was showing him, and he was like, "Cast Cray."
Dear Lord Jesus,
what I do?
Oh, jeez.
See, we were working with a guy close home, grading with, oh, that's terrible. I can't remember who he is, Chris.
Well, I'm bad with names anyway, so I'm out. But it was the
How
turkey.
do I remember?
It was the handmade turkey calls. I can remember everything about it.
Yeah, I have it up here. I just can't remember what his turkey calls thing was.
Started with an E.
Yeah, I'm gone. I have his stuff all over our site, and I still can't think of him. That's terrible promoting.
Give me a second. I'll pull it up. Just but anyway,
early bird game calls.
Yeah,
early bird game calls, and he just kind of died off. We didn't hear nothing more from him.
Yeah, he was
killed a bird this year with his call. Everything we just didn't. So yeah. I don't know.
He came on and demoed and everything.
At this point, we're looking to pick up.
Speaking of turkey calls, there was another contest for the kids that they have, and they had a lot of stuff for the kids. And me and two other fellas had to sit up, and behind us, these kids made turkey calls on a box call, and whoever had the best one won the box call. So that was pretty cool. Hey, speak of the devil,
to win the box call. Hey, what's up? We're here talking about your event and showing it off and saying how great it was.
Check out my continue. Okay, we'll definitely reach out to him.
Definitely reach out.
That's Ben's. Awesome. That's Ben's job, by the way. He's the one that's good at talking with people. I usually do this.
Yeah, he is right.
It's not a pretty face, but he is the face of BSO.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, it's what I do for you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we had a lot of people there. I say we, but there was a lot of people there. There's the pond, and this is where you guys were playing the cornhole.
Yeah, dude. The thing is, like, this event never not had something going.
Exactly.
Like, they had cornhole there. If you got, if there was nothing to do, they had demos going. They had. I recommend this YouTube rendezvous to anybody that's part of the YouTube community or outdoor community and filming. This was cool. I mean, look at here. Look at all the people here on Saturday. Heading in for a double. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
After a good weekend, you got to go in and do that.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, tagged out. I agree 100%. It was nonstop all the time. They did such a great job. His wife was so polite. They were just. All I got to say is they did such a wonderful job, and I felt like I knew them guys for years. Chris, did you feel that way?
I tried to hide, but I couldn't hide.
Yeah, but I felt like I knew them guys for years. Like I just felt like I was part of the family. You know.
There's the Tipsy Boys. There's that guy right there. I don't know who he is. That's the Jeep fam. He was the one that had the. Oh yeah, they had that prize.
This little boy in the front. He's the one I told him I had the best sodas ever made.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the little boy in the front there? And he come over and said, "Mister, can I get another soda out of your cooler?" And I was like, "Absolutely, buddy. Go get him." There's Half Pace. There's Rubline Sense, Pencil Tucky Boys. Those were some cool people to meet as well.
I can't wait for his other channel stuff thing going on. I can't wait for that. I'm pretty psyched. I'm not gonna lie.
And the thing is, so one of the things I want to add is it was so many different styles and types of people, different filming techniques, different
like Nick back here.
But we all love the same thing. I don't know if that makes sense. You know, we all love the outdoors in our own way. And you could feel that. Like you could feel that. Everybody joked with each other. Everybody, you know, like LB said, did I see OnlyFans?
Yeah.
And I was like, put your phone away, LB. I never met her a day in my life. And I was like, put your phone away, LB. Stop trying to look them up. But I mean, it was just an incredible time. Pencil Tucky Boys there with their mount stand up. They had two different ones.
See, they weren't sure about the ears on it, but I swear to God, once you see these mounts, those ears, because it looks, it's just wire.
The ears are what make it look real.
It makes it look awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Plus, you can wire this all up. Like they had it with LED lights, and I'm like, that's pretty sick for Christmas and stuff.
Yeah, this event was just awesome. This was, so here's a cool one. When we Pencil Tucky Boys set up, I seen him and I knew who he was right away. So I said to Chris, I got to go over and say hi. And no sooner did I start walking around the people to get to him, and he says, "My boy, Big Sexy." I knew right then he remembered who I was too, and I was like, "See, that's what this is about, man."
Yeah.
You know.
Even I showed my face out there, and it's not one that you want to see, but it was there.
Chris, not being smart, but let's be real. You're a little backwards.
Yeah.
You know, you're a little backwards, and you had no problem fitting in, like the fire contest and doing the turkey call judge. You had no problem.
Because they don't make you, because I've been to a lot of these kind of events with like the board game side, and they make it feel like such a competition with each other. You know, like you have to be always on and fighting against each other. But this was we're just a bunch of people hanging out, BSing and, drinking stuff and getting.
I learned about sick deer. I've never hunted sick deer, but I learned all about sick deer and how they live in the cattails and come out, in the mornings and at night to feed into the fields. And I learned that, let me tell you, after seeing a picture, I learned that he was completely baffled that he killed the 13th biggest buck in the state by accident without even knowing. Like, I didn't know sick deer were that small.
Yeah.
I knew they were small, but not horn wise.
So
so that's all. It was awesome.
Yeah. So I was maybe about 50 yards to the left of this picture, filming, you know, and this is where Ben was about walked. You walked right about into this middle section.
Not
right
quite
here.
that far. I was back a little.
No,
more.
I'm. You think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was. You see that, Chris? You see where that light sticks up right there? In between the two trees, there's a pole.
Yeah.
I was in there somewhere, but maybe a little farther in front of that. But I was somewhere at that distance in.
Well, you know, I'm a Cyclops. I don't have depth perception.
But it was something like that.
But it was cool. I mean, look how big the dang thing.
So we took videos of the turkey calls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely, like a big family.
Thanks again. Yeah, we look forward to it next year. We're going to be bringing
Definitely. We look forward to
people.
having you on our show as well. So stay in touch.
Stay
in touch from here on, man. We're family. Stay in touch with all of us.
Speaking of, yeah.
I completely lost.
You lost your mind.
You know what happened? I was looking at that food.
Yeah.
It never show food to a fat guy when he's thinking.
But they had pots. They had everything set up here, man. It was.
I mean, they had a grill on site. They had, I don't know, man. I went there not knowing what to expect, so maybe that's why the outcome was so tremendous for me. But it was everything Freezer Bound Outdoors told us it would be plus.
Yeah.
It's Ben here.
Hey, it's Chris.
And we're with Big Sexy Outdoors. We're out at Freezer Bound Outdoors YouTube Rendezvous.
You got the word right.
I did get the word right. And they had a fire making contest for kids and adults. What do you think of the contest, Chris?
The contest was all right. You know, if I'd have had the right wood, I'd have won that.
Is that it? You need like cherry or oak or something?
You know. I think they planted it with fire extinguisher materials. That's the only way I could have lost.
So we're going to show you some videos from this. Let us know what you think.
And yeah, we're gonna, as soon as I get them all edited, we'll get them up.
So we have some videos of the fire contest we're gonna put up. Chris took a little bit of the fishing contest. Yeah, we didn't try to overbear our videoing because we didn't feel it was our event, but
I just wanted to have fun anyway.
On the way back, we talked about we have to do this Monday's podcast telling about how cool this event was.
Mm-hmm.
And it was definitely cool. It was definitely cool.
Let's zoom right in on that.
There's tagged out. Look at that. Tagged out. There you are.
This is why I do what I do. And so Chris, the map. Tell them about the map.
Well, what's cool with the map is you had to put a push pin saying where you're from. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I was really confused at first because I got looking for a picture of my mom to put a push pin on.
Lord Jesus.
But she didn't have it. So I was a little confused, but then I realized it meant your state. But no, I thought that was cool. That was another thing, Chris. When we got there, even little kids were like, hey, come here, put your push pin on the board. Just put it right around where you think you're at in the state. I don't know, man. I thought it was awesome.
Found a picture of my mom.
Sorry. I thought you meant Alaska.
No, the way. Yeah.
But there on the table was some of the prizes they gave away.
Yep.
And it was just, I don't want to say, but it was an awesome time. Great thing. And I recommend it to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally feel we met a lot of new friends and family. Nick. I had such a good time with Nick. Nick's, of course, probably 20 years younger than we are, maybe more. And I had such a good time with Nick. That kid can take a joke. I said to Nick about when the fire contest challenge came up, I said, Nick, they all found out about your 500,000 subscribers. And they all know if they win, they get your underwear signed.
Mm-hmm. And that became the thing for the whole night.
So when the G from Freezer Bound won, I said, Nick, you see how fast he's building that fire? He must really want your undies. And Nick goes, dude, he had to already take them off because I've never seen a fire built that fast.
Yeah.
Oh, I had such a good time with him. I mean, his sense of humor was just like ours. which made it so much fun.
And it's good to see the younger people doing it, getting into it.
Subscribers, dude. He has over 500,000. Sick. Good for him, though.
Yeah.
And what I like is he don't walk around like he has 500,000 subscribers.
No.
Like he don't act like he's better than that face. He don't act like he's better than you. Nobody did. Nobody there acted like they were better.
Nobody. Yeah.
Owl Outdoors, Random Adventures 2.0, OnlyFans,
let me get you.
Geek Fam. Nobody there acted like they were better than anybody.
Let me get you this.
Shade Tree America. I mean, I could just keep going. You gotta pull up the list, right?
Yeah.
Great minds think alike, right? There it is.
Shade Tree, Jeep Fam. There's
Tagged Out. There you are again.
Boxies. Yeah.
There's Boxy, Woman Outdoors.
Yep. That
Owls
was
Outdoors,
LB, right?
Yep. Look at Tony's Random Adventures. Like that guy, he takes time in everything he does. He even spelled it to look cool. Look at the lettering he used.
Mm-hmm. There's Mark's.
Now, I don't know if I met Chris, City Sticker. I know I met Chris. I didn't know that was the name of his thing.
Yeah, I met him.
Some of them I don't know if I met. And I probably met them and didn't realize it was their YouTube, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Tipsy Rippers we met. Off the Hook we met. Big Tiny, of course, we met. He's a Rubline Sense. One of the Rubline Sense guys as well.
We got a sticker from the I'd Trapped
That Outdoors.
Got half
now, Crazy Cat House. Who was that?
I don't remember.
I don't think we met that. It might be the only ones we didn't meet. And if we met him, I'm sorry, we probably did not know that we met you.
Yeah, because we
know we met you, but not your.
We were BSing with everybody. Okay, she's Tag Out too.
Okay, good. Well, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Because I felt like we missed somebody, and I feel terrible.
But yeah, there was a lot of people there. And
as you see, like Jeep Fam out Overland. Right? Is that what that says? I have my glasses off. I thought that's what it was.
That's the best I can zoom in on Facebook.
Yeah, no. I know. I can't read half of them, but I know what they said.
You went to Pine Grove. You can't read.
But like nobody thought he brought all the cool stuff. He brought all the odd meat, all the new. It was awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But there you are.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. I don't usually do that.
And that's I don't know, man. I'm learning more and more that when it comes to this stuff, the more and more we help each other out,
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I've always said. It's
well, tell her we'll get her on here. Listen, the invite to get used on is for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Jeep Fam, Shade Tree,
every single one of you.
Oxy. This invite is for everybody. We'll show videos to talk about whatever you want to talk about with your channel, your show. Maybe you just want to talk about something else. I don't care. Yeah. The invitation is open. Again, I'm going to send out a big invite to all of you. But
that's the last picture I got.
All I can say is thank you.
Hey, do you know
I know we're pretty well out of time, which is, we did I didn't even realize we're out of time just because I had so much fun at this event and telling people about it was fun. But I do want to do this. So before we go, there's a couple things we're going to throw in the works here. I want to bring up. So one is I want to remind everybody, Chris will not be able to make it. Mike, TJ, myself, my daughter Haley, who's part of BSO, and I think I'm going to bring her one friend with just to help her understand, so they can run it together, and me, TJ, and Mike can walk away and actually check things out while we're there in video. We're gonna be at Mudfest 2024 in St. Clair, Pennsylvania. We had Zach on last week to tell us about his event. So if you guys get the opportunity, come out. It's $100, covers all 3 days. Barbie Jeep contest, mud pits. I think it was 400,000 acres to ride. I mean, these guys are.
And you
These
can
guys
ride
have
through
it all
town.
figured out. Yep.
They have permission to ride through town and everything.
Now, the other cool part of this event is Big Sexy Outdoors. Of course, we'll have a stand-up. We will have our personal soaps. We will have our board game we launched at the table. We will also have some hats. See this hat I'm wearing? Hold on. I don't know if you guys can see this, baby. Chris, blow that screen
Hold
up.
on,
Man.
I got it. Relax.
I had these hats made just for that event. We had these hats made. We have camo and tan and brown. I have a couple orange ones and a couple orange beanies I'm going to throw in there. I just had tumblers made. Women, I'm not going to show them because you got to show up if you want to purchase tumbler, but somebody's tumblers are so cool. And then we have our standard BSO tumbler with the bottle opener on the bottom, can koozie on top, and coffee mug as well. It's all one. So it's going to be a great time. Stop out, say hi to Big Sexy Outdoors. Our family's actually going to be there. Bigfoot Fries will be there.
Nice. That's awesome.
Oh, your son got the game off the game table. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That makes it even cooler. I hope you enjoy it. Please give us feedback. Message us and we ask everybody to give feedback on it. Because we're looking at launching an expansion for it to make it bigger, but we want to sit tight till we get rid of a couple more games and stuff. So please do that. Also, one other thing I see awesome. Chris, usually in an hour we drop guests. We're getting more and more.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good today.
Also, something Chris and I have been talking, we're going to have a big BSO meeting over with a few things, but we're talking about having a real funny video come out for you guys. We want to put in the works. What we're going to do is shoot it as a part 1, and it will just be part 1 unless we get really good feedback. So when you guys, we'll let you know when it comes closer and we release that video. Make sure if you like that video, you comment, subscribe, like, and just blow us up so we know you want more of this video. And we're also talking about, so Big Sexy Outdoors is not just the face of me. I love that everybody likes Big Sexy, but it's not. It was when we started, it was Chris and I, and Chris said he wanted to be the tech guy and me to be the face, and we agreed on that, and we did what we had to do. But we have grown a lot since then. We have 8 people in our group, including 2 youth. Well, it was 3 youth, and now 2 of them turned 18, and now we have 1 youth. So we have 2 young females in our group that are 18. We have a young boy who's 14, and the 8 of us grown-ups. So we are all part of the team. The face is no longer just Big Sexy. And we'd like to come up with a little bit of a different show that involves everybody.
Kind of different segments and
I don't want
giving you a chance to showcase your talents.
Yeah, I don't want to go into all the details for everybody and kind of give it away till we have a meeting and we're confirmed on everybody's into it and what we're doing. It sounds like everybody is. Just know that we're looking at doing our podcast a little differently. And I think it'll be a little more informative in a lot of ways. And I think that it will be a little more fun and maybe a little singled out in areas. So keep watching. Our plan is to grow. Our plan is to be better. And we're going to keep fighting to do that. At one point, Nicholas Green, I'm hoping that we're competing for our subscribers at 500,000. Now, I'll share them all with you, brother. But, I still want to get there. But, no, man, I loved our time together, Nick and everybody else. I love what we do here, and I love watching what everybody else does. How about you, Chris? What do you want to finish with and add with?
No, that's pretty much it. I had fun with everybody, and I hope it doesn't end with just a one day, like that one event. I hope stay, hang out, we'll talk, we'll have you on. We'll just I want it to get to be where it's more of a friendly conversation, just chatting back and forth, and it doesn't have to be about anything in particular.
Absolutely. And let me add one more thing. Big Sexy Outdoors is now looking for sponsors. Within the next month, we will have sponsorship letters up. There's rough drafts and things out there. So if you're looking to show off your product, there's going to be an option for you as a sponsor in there. If you're looking to put up your own commercial or have us put up your own commercial, there'll be an option there for that. If you're looking just to have your name up here and say, hey, man, I support Big Sexy Outdoors, that option also will be available. So there's going to be a ton of options out there. Again, we have a big board meeting coming up. Once we do that, that will lay a little more things in place. And we'll get back to you. As for that, I think we had an awesome show, a great time, and we appreciate all support. God bless every one of you.
Have fun.
Have a great night.